Alright students, the question number 2 on the hyperbola, I have taken from your R.D. Sharma book. Show that the equation this 9x square minus 16y square minus 18x plus 32y minus 151 is equal to 0 represents a hyperbola. Also find the coordinates of the center, lengths of the axis, eccentricity, latus rectum, coordinates of foci and vertices, equation of directrices of this hyperbola. This is the question which I am going to discuss. So the given equation can be modified in this way. Basically what we are doing is we are completing the square method, and finally we are coming across this simple calculation. You can follow in all the steps. I think you can understand. Finally, we are getting across this x minus 1 whole square by 16 minus y minus 1 whole square by 9 is equal to 1. Now, this x minus 1 is taken as capital X and y minus 1 is taken as capital Y. Alright. So, capital X is equal to capital X is equal to 0 and capital Y is equal to 0 gives you x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1, which is this point. Alright, so this one will become the center of the hyperbola, which was x is equal to 0, small x is equal to 0, small y is equal to 0 in the standard equation of the hyperbola. But here it will be equal to x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1 as explained in this particular part. And a tentative diagram of the hyperbola you can see is drawn over here. Alright, this one is your y-axis and this one is the x-axis, and this one is the axis of the hyperbola, means this one is the conjugate axis and this one is the transverse axis of the hyperbola. And focus s1 is ae comma 0, s2 is taken as minus ae comma 0. Later on I will explain you what is this actually. This basically is before that, uh, comparing this particular equation with the standard equation, which I think I have not written anywhere, which was as explained in the previous video, x square by a square minus y square by b square is equal to 1. In that, a square is equal to this 4 square and b square is equal to this 3 square. That means a is equal to 4 and b is equal to 3, which is what I have written over here. So your length of transverse axis will be equal to 2a, that is equal to 8, and length of conjugate axis will be 2b, that is equal to 6, which is calculated over here. And eccentricity, as you remember the formula, eccentricity is E was equal to 1 plus b square by a square root under. So final calculation gives you E is equal to 5 by 4, which is greater than 1. I hope you remember in the case of hyperbola, eccentricity is greater than 1. So foci are capital X is equal to plus minus AE and capital Y is equal to 0, which is what shown over here. This one is representing capital X is equal to AE and capital Y is equal to 0. Capital X is equal to minus AE and capital Y is equal to 0. So combining plus AE and minus AE, I have written together over here. Capital X is equal to plus minus AE and capital Y is equal to 0. That will be same for both the cases. So in place of capital X, we have written x minus 1 and A is equal to 4 and E was calculated 5 by 4. So 4 are getting cancelled. Finally, x minus 1 is equal to plus minus 5. So only small x is equal to plus minus 5 plus 1, and from here y is equal to 1 we are getting. So finally x is equal to 6 and y is equal to 1 is the first focus, and x is equal to minus 4 and y is equal to 1 is the second focus, which is what is written over here. I hope till this point it is clear to all of you. Now equation of directrices, which is shown over here in the diagram. This one is the first directrix and this one is the second directrix. This first directrix will be capital X is equal to A by E, and the second directrix can be written as capital X is equal to minus A by E, which is what I have written over here. Capital X is equal to plus minus A by E is the equation of the directrix of the hyperbola. In place of capital X, we can write x minus 1. So after simple calculation, A by E, A is 4 and E is 5 by 4. So this becomes, whole thing becomes 16 by 5. So small x is equal to 16 by 5 once, and minus 1 taken to that side will become plus 1, and small x is equal to minus 16 by 5, minus 1 goes this side, then it becomes plus 1. So finally the two equations of the directrices we are getting as x is equal to 21 by 5 and x is equal to minus 11 by 5. These are the equations of the directrices. I hope till this point it is clear to all of you. And vertices are nothing but it is capital X is equal to plus minus A and y is equal to 0. In the diagram I have shown you over here, this A1 is the first vertex, which is nothing but a small a comma 0, and A2 is nothing but it is minus a comma 0. This minus a comma 0 and small a comma 0 are nothing but it is capital X is equal to A and capital Y is equal to 0, and capital X is equal to minus A and capital Y is equal to 0, which is what shown over here. Capital X is equal to plus minus A and capital Y is equal to 0. So in place of capital X I have written x minus 1 and A is 4. So plus minus 4. After simple calculation, x is coming as 5 and x is equal to minus 3, and y minus 1 equal to 0 gives you y is equal to 1. So your vertices are 5 comma 1 and minus 3 comma 1. Then to find the length of lattice rectum, you remember the formula was 2b square by A. In place of b square I have written 9 and A is 4. So after simple calculation, the length of lattice rectum is coming as 9 by 2. I hope it is clear to all of you. Thank you.